If you're thinking about selling your home in Hugo and you started making a list of everything you think you need to fix, you might want to slow down for just a second. Because this is where a lot of sellers end up spending $10, $20, even $30,000 and don't get it back. And I get why it happens. You start walking through your house and you're noticing everything. Paint, floors, bathrooms, small repairs, things you've been putting off for years. And it turns into, maybe we should just update everything before we sell. That sounds logical, but it doesn't always work that way because you're not renovating for yourself anymore. You're preparing for a buyer who's going to have their own preferences anyway. I've seen sellers spend a ton of money updating kitchens or redoing floors, and buyers still walk in and say, yeah, we'd probably change this. So now you've spent the money and it didn't really move the needle the way that you expected that it would. Let me shift how you think about this. Buyers are not walking through your home like contractors. They're not making a checklist of everything that needs to be perfect. They're asking one main question. Does this feel like a place we can move into without a headache? That's it. And that comes down to a few key things. First is how the home feels overall. Clean, open, easy to walk through. Clutter is a bigger issue than outdated finishes most of the time. Second is simple updates like paint. Neutral, fresh, nothing fancy. That alone can change how a home feels pretty quickly. Third is small repairs. Loose handles, dripping faucets, scuffed trim. Those little things signal how the home has been taken care of, and buyers notice that more than people think. And then there is the first impression. When someone pulls up to your house, those first few seconds matter. You don't need a full landscaping overhaul, but it should feel pretty cared for. That's what gets people comfortable right away. I had a conversation with a homeowner near Hugo who was about to spend close to $30,000 updating flooring and a bathroom before selling. And when we walked through it together, we realized they didn't need to do most of those things. We focused on cleaning, a few small repairs, and some minor touch-ups. That was it. They saved a lot of money and still got strong interest when they listed. That's the middle ground most people miss. You don't need to fix everything, but doing nothing usually isn't the right move either. There's a smart way to approach this. For me, this isn't just theoretical. I've been hands-on with homes for years, finishing basements, building decks, doing real work. And I also run a home maintenance company. So when I walk through a home, I'm not just guessing what matters. I'm looking at what buyers actually notice and what's actually going to impact your result. So if you're in Hugo and you're trying to figure out what's actually worth fixing before you sell, message me details. I'll walk you through what I would fix, what I wouldn't, and how to approach it without wasting money. No pressure, just clarity. Because you don't need to fix everything. You just need to fix the right things.